We are not friends. I think if you look at my online newspaper, it hasn't been that active, and I decided to put together some young people that can then run with it, that are interested in the media space, and to resuscitate it, obviously, and in its own tradition. Africa News Global has always focused on exclusive stories. So they wanted to do an exclusive story, and Mr. Molefe was a person where there was an opportunity to do a story with him. Remember that he has not spoken publicly since his arrest and whilst he was on bail. And so I facilitated with somebody that I know that knows Mr. Molefe. And Mr. Molefe agreed to do the interview, and the meeting was facilitated. Not as editor-in-chief. Mm-hmm. I am handing the platform as the owner to these young people because I don't have time for it with the work that I'm doing in the city. And but these matters are very sensitive. So the person that facilitated said, you have to bring the journalist, which I did. He sent me the address, and we followed that address. In fact, he sent me the first address, and then he said, no, don't use this one, use this one. It was just a question of street or road or something. Mm-hmm. So we used the address, we got there. We drove in. As we're in the driveway, standing, I don't know if it's the son or one of the boys came running and saying, the police are kicking the gate. And Mr. Molefe came out and they said, no, open the gate. Before we could even go in the house or sit wherever we were going, the journalist will do an interview. Then the police arrived, rifles, Casper, V-classes, and they then asked who is the owner of the house. Mr. Molefe said, it's me. And then they handcuffed him, and they then wanted our particulars, and they called me to ask me these questions. What am I doing there? And I explained to them. They asked me if I've got the number of Mr. Molefe. They want to see it. I said, I don't have his number. All right. By the way, you can take my phone, punch his number, and see if I have it. Mm-hmm. How did you get here? I got here because this person sent me the address. And I can show you on my phone. I got the address and I came here. I just arrived. When you guys do your drama, I've not even been offered water. So they then asked for my phone. I opened it, and they saw that the message with the address, with the two addresses, came from the gentleman who said, Mtumande, please use this address. Mm-hmm. And that's how I got there. It's a question of relationships. The matter is very sensitive. The person has not done interviews, but he was fine to do interview with the publication that I own. But as I said, I am now handing it over to these young people that can then run with it on a daily basis. I'm going to give the directorship to one of them or two of them. Then they can run with it. I won't be involved. And I'll make an example. Steve Mutale wanted to interview President Zuma some years back. And President Zuma was comfortable, no problem. But I had to take Steve Mutale there. So it's a question of relationships. Look, Brakeni, you must bring the journalist. We don't want somebody here that will come and write their own thing. We'll be comfortable if you bring the person for this particular exclusive. And that's what happened. It's not only that. I have taken young people to interviews. I've taken young people. I open opportunities for young people. That's what I do. Mm-hmm. So I didn't see anything wrong. I arrived there at 12:15 after midday, during the day, driving in my personal car. So it was not an issue that we are taking Uber there, there's a clandestine meeting. No, it was about an interview that would have given these young people an opportunity to now revive Africa News Global, which, of course, News 24 confirmed that when they went to CIPC, I am the sole director. And I'm in the process of the accountant now putting the details of one of them so that they now own it fully, and then they can then run with it. Mm-hmm. It was a question of perhaps being at the wrong place at the wrong time for the right reasons. Although I believe that I was not at the wrong place. Owned restaurants. I'm a fun person, but I have not had an encounter in that space, but I had an encounter where the gentleman that took us there, that facilitated, when he did his mother's birthday, he invited me. Mr. Molefe was also there. And it was a question of greetings, nothing much. I went to sit in my corner with my people, but not conversation. It was just an issue of greetings, and then I sit. By the way, people will tell you, when I arrive at a place, I greet everybody, even if it's not my own thing, because I'm warm like that to people. A socialite and a businessman, and later on became a politician. I've got relationships with many people, be it politicians, be it business people, whatever. So it's an issue of I don't know if the police were surveilling or what, but I don't understand, because it was during the day. We're going to do this. I explained to the police. They satisfied themselves. Remember that General uMkhonto also said a few things surrounding for the young journalists, even for me being in the space, that was going to be the biggest exclusive. It was going to be a mind-blowing exclusive, because they would have, the public would have, for the first time, heard Mr. Molefe speak, what happened when he was arrested, what's going on with the case, without obviously compromising his case in court. But so that was the exclusive. But I'm handing the business over to young people, and I must hold their hand. I'm the sole director, so I must hold their hand. So there's no regrets, really, because I didn't go there for anything wrong. And as I'm saying, the police were there, and the police asked pertinent questions to connect me to him. The first one was, do you have his number on your phone? I said, I don't have it. I said to them, take my phone and punch his number. They said, no, we believe you. Then how did you get here? I showed them proof of how I got there. The police were fine. So the police, at that particular time, established that he's not my friend. We are not business partners. But if I were friends with him, I will never deny my friends. If I were there and he was my friend, I would have said he's my friend. If I was there because we had a business dealing, I would have said I was there because we have a business dealing. The man is accused. He is yet to face a court of law. So I would have said, yes, indeed, he's my friend.
All right.
I would never, ever say somebody's not my friend because I'm a politician. No, it was certainly, look, it was certainly not me. I don't have the numbers of General Libya. I don't remember having met him, but it's certainly not me. How would I have known that the people are in his house if he doesn't have my number? Molefe doesn't have my number. I don't have his number.
Yeah.
So how would he have called me to say there are people here? I greet people everywhere. I was raised well. So, and I'm repeating, if this man was my friend, I would have said he's my friend.
Mr.
Because
Kunene?
I don't like to lie.